where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston. That's the way we like to start her off. Well, with well over 100,000 people on the grounds again today, the weather's beautiful outside, the rodeo is awesome on the inside, and we're talking about $2.5 million plus. Super Series number 5. Let's see who's going to set the bar.
Thank you, Bobby T. I'm Boyd Paul Hemis. That's Andy Seiler. And don't forget, we've got a couple of defending champions coming today. Dakota Eldridge in the steer wrestling is a 2-time champion of Rodeo Houston. He's going to try to win it for the 3rd time. That's almost unheard of. You guys on Dakota in the Bronc ride, or the steer wrestling. Thank you.
Well, don't take my Bronc riding, Boyd. So, in the saddle Bronc riding, we have a 3-time world champion that I am shocked has never won this rodeo. His dad, Cody, has won this rodeo. His uncle, Jesse, has won this rodeo. And his brothers won it in the bull riding. But Ryder, this rodeo's escaped him. I think he's got what it takes this year.
Yeah, he's got a good horse today for sure. Let's go down the arena floor and meet the 4th member of our broadcast team. This is Janie Johnson.
Side of things, Boyd. I think you got me now. Here we go. It's Go Tejano Day and Grupo Frontera. They're ready to take the star stage after the rodeo, but as far as contestants go, I'm kind of looking at a family dynasty in the making. Cade Berry is out in the bareback riding. His older brother, Leighton Berry, is a 2-time Rodeo Houston champion. Their dad, Kirby Berry, won so much at Rodeo Houston during his career. Tonight, Cade Berry has the horse Ripcord. That's going to be a really nice one, and the perfect winning ways to help Cade Berry on in his very first Rodeo Houston.
Thank you, Janie. Well, let's start the competition on this Sunday matinee with the tie-down ropey. It's sponsored by Boot Bar. Who was your champion a year ago? Ty Harris. He had to go in a rope off with his younger brother on the final Sunday. But he left with the biggest check of all. He's the defending champ of Rodeo Houston. Look at the world champions. Haven Midget, Shad Mayfield, Tough Cooper. Those are all world champion tie-down ropers. This is going to be a fight to the finish. Let's start with a world champion from 2019, Haven Midget.
Miles City, Montana should cross the $2 million mark this season. Comes in number 8 in the world. Calf that starts slowly. Got to get him up. Now he will string the front leg, gather and tie. But 10 and 4, we're going to add 10 seconds to it because he broke the barrier. You're going to see it right here. This is a great camera angle. The rope has to come off the neck of the calf before his horse runs through it, and you can see the horse breaks that barrier, so we add a 10-second penalty.
So that's not uncommon, is it, Bob, for a guy to break the barrier if he's the first guy to go? Because what you want to do if you're the first guy to go in a Super Series, you want to put pressure on the rest of the field, so he might have pushed it a little bit too hard.
Sí, Boyd, muy difícil. It's tough to see that barrier be broken. Let's go to our next cowboy. Se trata ahora, vamos a prestar la atención a Dylan Hancock, vaquero de 21 años de edad, vaquero que viene de haber ganado San Angelo el año pasado. Dylan Hancock.
Paisanos, prepárense porque esto realmente pues inició en el campo, en el rancho, en la hacienda. Sale Blanc corriendo, tiene ahí Luego lo tiene que levantar del flanqueo. Una de 3 patas y luego el reloj con el puggy. Esto termina, damas y señores, con 8.9. Regresa a su caballo esperando los 6 segundos.
Esperando para que esto sea una atrapada oficial, todo indica que sí. 8-9 para Dylan Hancock, el primero que pone números en la tabla, Boyd.
Nice pickup, gentlemen. So nice to hear their voices. 8.9 for the San Angelo, and I would say youngster at the age of 21, Dylan Hancock, as we go to a 20-year-old now. Cole Clements, Okeechobee, Florida. Here's the man that won Fort Bend County at Rosenberg. Qualified coming in here, one of your neighbors at 20 years old, Andy.
Lives just north of the Big Lake, living out in Texas now. Easier to travel from there, but he's got to get that calf up, and he will do so. But I think we're going to break the barrier again. So that 9-3 becomes 19-3, Boyd.
Yeah, second look at that. That calf kind of jumps instead of just breaks. If the calf would have just started running rather than hopping before it did, he probably would have got out of there without breaking the barrier. You know how when you read the bios on guys, one of the most commonly asked questions is, what's your favorite rodeo? You know, people will say Pendleton, they'll say Cheyenne, they'll say San Antonio. That guy said his favorite rodeo is Rodeo Houston, and he's just a 20-year-old rookie. He knows what he's talking about already, doesn't he? Let's go to Blaine Cox, a 31-year-old veteran. 13th season as a pro, 2-time NFR qualifier. This guy won rodeos last year all the way from Decatur to Deadwood. 3-time CNFR qualifier, the college ranks for Hill College. Currently number 22 in the world. Like that done horse.
Oh, is he solid? Gotcha, run at him, reach Blaine. Oh, he's... All right, we've had every oddity that could happen. 2 broken barriers, 1 smooth run. Now, he was not going to get outrun, but he had to reach. Cost him a loop. Look at that horse work.
Well, let's discuss the bad and then the good, all right? So the bad, he misses in round 1. The good, with this Super Series format, you have 2 more chances if you don't do well and go round number 1. So he can come back in round 2 and try it again.
Well, here comes the world champion all-around cowboy who Bob Tallman watched win Fort Worth for the 2nd consecutive year in a row. This is the number 1 ranked tie-down roper in the game, Shad Mayfield, Clovis, New Mexico.
$27,000. That's what he left Dickey's Arena with, Fort Worth, Texas. If you've never been, you ought to come see us. Boy mentions 6 times he's been there, but folks, he's won $1 million, nearly 600,000. 2nd generation, get down to him. Calf standing. Make a note of that. The calf was standing.
Bobbled the tie. So you're going to see on this replay, the last knot we call a hooey. I heard Luis say it in the last run. So when you go around all 3 legs twice, then the back 2 legs once, and that's when you go to grab it, he missed it. So he had to do it a 2nd time, and that cost him a half a second. So 10-3 for Shad.
Boy, that doesn't happen very often with Shad, so we'll look ahead for a better round from him tomorrow. Now let's go, vamos ahora con Quaid Hyatt, al cajón este vaquero de Canyon, Texas, vaquero que se encuentra número 32 en el mundo de Canyon, Texas. Una vez ha llegado a National Finals Rodeo, Luis, que implica que ha llegado a competir con los grandes, los más importantes. Lo hizo el año pasado, número 12 en el mundo, compitiendo allá en Las Vegas.
Así es, esto era, damas y señores, para atender aquí al ganado. Corriendo después del lazo, flanqueó a otra vez con las 3. Recuerde también que la madrina que él está usando es una soga de cuero. Hijuela, 6 segundos y a ver la repetición inmediatamente. También recuerde que hay una barrera también en caso de que ellos vayan a pasar por ahí.
Just one little bobble there at the end is about all you can fault him on, fellas, but 8-8, that moves him to number 1, and sometimes things just come together when you need them the most, and Quaid's off to a hot start.
when you were talking in the opening about the Wright family and how dominant they've been in the saddle bronc riding, but Ryder hadn't won it yet. Same thing with Tough. I mean, this is a 15-time NFR qualifier, a 4-time world champion. Bobby T, he won San Antonio, and so he's one of the top 14 in the world.
Well, back it up to Las Vegas. Money in 5 rounds comes to show up at San Antonio. Here he is. He's yet to go to Austin and out west. With a guy that's won over $3 million, following in his father's footsteps, his grandfather's pattern. Tough Cooper at 35 is a multi-millionaire now. Let's see if we can get him in the 8s. It'll take an 8 and 7 to go to the lead. He's trying it. He does it with an 8.5. Now that's unofficial. That's unofficial, but 8.5 by 0.2 of a second, Boydie. He smoked him.
This is the best first round of any of our previous 4 Super Series in the tie-down roping. These guys, we usually didn't see an 8 until the 3rd round of a Super Series. We've already got 3 of them in the first round of Super Series 5. So Tough takes the lead with an 8.5. Right after Quade Hyatt took with an 8.8. Dylan Hancock has now dropped to 3rd.
But in rides 23-year-old Zane Kilgus of Watsontown, Pennsylvania. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't let Pennsylvania fool you. This guy is raised in a family that trained a lot of tie-down roping horses. He won a round in Dodge City, Caldwell, and Reno, so he knows how to play with the best of them. Palomino horse puts him where he needs to be. Calf took a step to the right. The College Rodeo Cowboy is gathering them up at 10 and 2. 10 and 2 will put him 4th. So the Keystone Kid will get a piece of the action here in Go Round 1 of Super Series 5.
Wow, it's a great day. I want to come off of Boyd Paul Amos's comment. We have not seen a first round in any Super Series like this. Is it the luck of the draw? The calves are right. The ground is perfect. It's all about money, folks. Here's a man that could have done it. Medjed with a broken barrier. Ride to him, reach up and out. Mayfield was good at this point. Trouble on the ground. But here's the Tough, and whoop. There's about 0.3 of a second. They call him Bobbles, and he's got the look on his face. That's dejection now. Well, he said, did you see what I did? Tough Cooper, 16-time NFR man, 3,000. Quade Hyatt, 2nd generation, Hancock and Kilgus. That's the way it goes down in the tie-down roping. Our first event brought to you by Boot Barn Western Store.
Esto es Rodeo Houston Super Series. Así funciona. Invitamos a los mejores 40 competidores en cada uno de los 8 eventos. Los dividimos en 5 Super Series. Cada uno de estos eventos consiste de 3 rondas. Al concluir las 3 rondas, los 4 máximos ganadores en dinero avanzan a una de las 2 semifinales. Cada semifinal es integrada por 10 competidores. Tomamos a los mejores 4 de semifinal 1 y semifinal 2 y avanzan a la ronda de campeonato. De los 6 que no avanzaron de cada semifinal, tendrán una oportunidad más. Ellos avanzan a una de 2 rondas de wildcard, en donde el ganador avanza a la ronda de campeonato para unirse a los otros finalistas con la oportunidad de ganar $65,000, con una bolsa total de más de $2.5 millones. Es así como funciona el formato revolucionario de Super Series en Rodeo Houston.
Rack 'em up, bareback bronc riding when we come back to Houston, Texas.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to Rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
Thank you to Cavender's Boot City. They sponsor all of our hardworking arena crew. There they are. Down in the dirt, behind the chutes, in front of the chutes. making it all work behind the scenes. Thank you to Cavender's Food City.
Captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. But you know what? Let's make it easy for you. Just point your camera at that QR code on the center screen, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Oh, now take a look up. That's our Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. Oh, look, he's getting serious about that mustache. Oh, you guys get a set of horns. We're going to bring the Wild West out in each and every one of you. See if we got one. Oh, we got some shades. Looking good, ladies.
Oh, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful crowd. It's a perfect day for Tejano Day. Welcome to all of you. When we talk about bucking horse riding, we're talking about the bareback riding. This is going to be grueling. First day up, the right horses, and they're all sponsored by Chevron. Let's look at Leighton Berry. That's the man on the right. He is a two-time winner at Houston. Today, you're going to get to meet his younger brother in this lineup, Mason Clements, a hot shot from Utah and Colorado. Mariah, good luck to you, young man. We're ready to go with Mason.
Mason is ready. Spanish Fork, Utah, top 10 in the world. Capone, the paint horse from the Bailey string. They've been as high as 86 points on this horse in Gillette. As you see, the furry little Pinto paint taking a trip to the right. That is called the mark out rule, keeping your feet above the horse's shoulders. First jump out, Mason picks up the timing very quickly on the horse. And our judges put it together and say 81.5 for our first cowboy this Sunday afternoon.
Sí, Andy, muy buena montada y de Mason para iniciar el 81.5. Vamos ahora al siguiente cajón, Briar Dittmer, este vaquero de Van Meter, Iowa, Luis, en esta especialidad que se trata de sobrevivir los 8 segundos.
Así es, estamos hablando especialmente de esto. Nuestro campeón aquí ha visitado Horse Heaven, Bradley Miller, 78, Weston Timberman, 85. Mucha actividad en todo esto. Damas y señores, el peligro también existe entre las piernas. Se llama como el aparato, como una maleta. El guante se mete por allí, reparando inmediatamente, sale el caballo. Este no le da mucha dificultad. Se va a la derecha, derecha, derecha. Pero las espuelas también volando en el aire. Las extensiones son muy valiosas. Una monta sensacional. Solamente el Rodeo Houston.
Sí, aquí sobre Welcome Delivery, el nombre del Bronco, Luis, buscando los puntos, moviendo las botas. Cada vez que las patas de enfrente pisan la tierra, es en donde tiene que marcar el vaquero. Se carga un poco a la izquierda y eso también entra a la puntuación en donde los jueces el día de hoy le van a dar a nuestro amigo Brian Dittmer un 73 por esa montada.
Thank you, gentlemen. And that gives way to the number 4 ranked cowboy in the world. 29-year-old Garrett Shadbolt. He has been on fire. In the finals at San Antonio, he scored 89 points. He won Rapid City with an 88.5-point ride. He's got a 9-year-old mare from the Calgary Stampede called Dandy Delight. And here comes Shadbolt. Whoa! Some wicked moves from the NFR bucket horse. Back around to the right. Oh, that was hard on a man's body. Boy, that just physically hurts to watch.
I don't know if the name of this horse and its actions are simpatico. I mean, you look at how many different lead changes and direction changes this horse has. From right back to the left, it'll swoop back to the right. 75 points for Shadbolt here in round 1.
I thought he made a heck of a ride for what all that horse threw at him. Everything but the kitchen sink. Let's go to a guy who'd like it wilder the better, Jaco Roper. Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Now watch his horse. Big time in Houston from the Calgary Stampede. This is another mare, just 11 years old. They've been 87 and a half, 85, 85 and a half at Fort Worth and San Antonio already. And this wild child has already earned him an 8th spot, number 8 in the PRCA standings. Got an NFR behind him. Oh, Jaco, big time, and yeah, I would have expected this to happen just this way.
Well, the reason they score so many points on this horse is watch how the horse kind of stacks up in one spot. He doesn't travel. He's just moving a little bit. He's not going from one end of the arena to the other, but he is jumping and kicking high and hard out the back end. The last time this horse was bucked at this rodeo, Bradley Miller was 85, and guess what? Jaco's gonna match it. 85 points, and Roper of Oklahoma takes the lead.
Watford City, North Dakota's Clay Jorgensen. The veteran cowboy at 28 years of age won the title at the Cheyenne Frontier Days. He's got a national finals horse called Born Fearless. Colton Clemens had some troubles with his big bay, but this trip looks a little more friendly, and Jorgensen is doing a good job trying to keep up with a very strong and heavy horse underneath him, Bobby T.
Well, Andy, if you'll remember, I know Boyd does, Bronc Marriott had that horse, I believe, in Super Series number 1, and they like to rip his arm off. You got to be right from the very first jump and then take advantage of it every jump. Folks, 86 and a half. Jorgensen from the Badlands. Get a bigger smile than that, buddy.
Clay es nuestro nuevo líder con el 86 y medio. Vamos a ver, darle la bienvenida aquí a este vaquero de Texas, de Weatherford, Texas, amigos. Denle la bienvenida a este joven de 21 años de edad, Kate Berry, ahora en el cajón. Vaquero que viene número 46 en el mundo, entrando aquí a Rodeo Houston. Ganó el circuito tejano el año pasado, también el Fiesta Days Rodeo. Vamos con Kate Berry.
Damas y caballeros, un saludo muy especial. Boyd, Bob, and also Andy, it's an honor to work with you. Damas y caballeros, estamos hablando de los locutores, los mejores de todo el tiempo del rodeo americano. Ahora vamos a regresar inmediatamente con este caballo. Se llama Ripcord y la emoción y también el viaje que nos va a dar es sensacional. Simplemente utilizando todo el caballo, especialmente el lomo, unos cambios de velocidad y luego va a terminar con las espuelas bien altas. Vamos a ir inmediatamente a las imágenes. Sale marcando, mira más, las patas arriba del cuello y también para afuera. La mano está libre, no se debe tocar el cuerpo de él o del caballo. Una magnífica monta, qué bonito se ve.
Sí, para Kate Berry le van a dar los jueces. Una vez más regresamos a los puntos en los 70, 75 y medio para Kate Berry. Vamos a cerrar ahora con uno de los vaqueros locales, Richie Champion, amigos.
That's who we're going to next, is Richmond Champion. Stephenville, Montana, but he graduated from the Woodlands High School. That's right, he's originally from right here. 2011, he graduated high school, and then he started rodeo and fell in love with a Canadian figure skater, and he'll go to places for love that you wouldn't go with 2 attorneys and a shotgun, I'll tell you that. Champion has Adam's pet, Jaco. Was 85 on this horse, Jaco Roper in San Antonio. So, Stephenville, Montana, Richmond Champion. Come on, cowboy. Woo! As Roger would say, if you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man. And you know, that guy, for 32 years of age, he's still got some really quick feet. And sometimes you need really quick feet. If you're going to keep up with a horse that bucks this fast, look at how quick he's staying with that animal. Keeping up with him. 8 seconds at a time, he moves into the top 3. 84 points for Richmond.
Well, he just keeps chewing his gum, raising kids, where he found, to be simpatico for that figure skater. That is good. R.C. Landingham, 6'9", I think, when I stand next to him. But about 6'3". Watch this Californian. educated at Blue Mountain Community College. He's won $1,100,000, and he's got a horse called Easy Money. This has been a saddle bronc horse turned bareback, and he has taken advantage. Yellow Shaft earning green money, Andy.
Well, Bob, you pointed out the height of this cowboy. RC can ride anything, but when you put him on a stouter horse, it allows him to show off the length of his spur stroke and those long legs. This horse, Easy Money, living up to its name, as RC makes it look so simple. It's a top 4 score, 84.5 for Landingham.
Wow, just like the tie-down roping, the bareback bronc riding started off just absolutely fabulous. Look at how many 80-point rides. 5 out of the 8 cowboys were in the 80s. Ooh, bear down, chin down, tuck it, squint your eyes. And if you're from Nebraska and you're one of the top 5 in the world, you hang on even harder. Grimace, grit, pain, and pleasure. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you can't wait till tomorrow. And if you're Clay Jorgensen, you're getting wealthy. 86.5 for the cowboy from the Dakotas. Roper, number 2, Landingham and champion, round out the top 4. The bareback bronc riding on RODEOHOUSTON Day, brought to you by Chevron.
The duos and the team roping, they are next when we return to Rodeo Houston.
We want to say thank you to Houston Methodist, the official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and their supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for all of our rodeo athletes.
It's autograph time at the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Meet our Rodeo Houston athletes, bullfighters. Hey, there's Leon Coffey, rodeo royalty, and more in sections 103 and 124.
We would love to have you in this room every day live, but if that's not a possibility, let me offer something else up. We're on Every Day Live on the Space City Home Network. We're also on the Cowboy Channel, so if you can't get to the rodeo, you can still watch it at home. We're even on Telemundo, as you've already heard from Enrique and Luis. How y'all doing up there, guys? You having fun
Saludos
today?
amigos, gracias por acompañarnos. Sí, por supuesto, qué simpático se ve Luis con ese traje de mariachi el día de hoy. Acompáñenos en Telemundo, Texas. Descarguen su aplicación para seguir Rodeo Houston en español.
Deseando que estén disfrutando la presentación de los eventos en español el día de hoy. Gracias por acompañarnos en Telemundo, Texas, y gracias a Rodeo Houston por incluirnos y apoyar a nuestra comunidad. Gentlemen, how about my mariachi suit? What do you think?
Looking good. Later on, we are going to have a mariachi competition right here live inside NRG Stadium. They are preparing to see who the champion's going to be, and so are we in our next cowboy contest. Team roping, Boyd.
It's team roping when one guy ropes the horns, the other ropes the heels, but it's all made possible because of Corral. Handcrafted boots, Yaqua and Hawkins, JC to the horns, Buddy to the heels. 1 year ago, they left here with all of it. Going to be a new champion. They did not qualify for a semifinal, so check out the talent in that lineup, including world champions Driggers and Noguera.
All right, let's see if the new hometown of Orange, Texas, for the header, that Junior D's from South Dakota. He's got young J.C. Flake behind him from Millsap. Is he late? Oh, you got to reach now, Jace. Oh, no.
I don't know how you say whoops in Spanish, but whoops.
Whoops. Ay, Chihuahua.
Yep, the healer comes in, thinks he's got a pair and goes to Dally. It feels like he got robbed.
Sí, simplemente no le funcionó a este equipo. Vamos al segundo equipo, Luis. Se trata de Derek Begay y Coulter Todd, dos vaqueros que millones de dólares ganados en su carrera, combinados 15 presentaciones en el National Finals Rodeo, su carrera, equipo que se encuentra entre los mejores 25 en el mundo entrando a Rodeo Houston.
Ganador, damas y señoras, y también el cabecero buscando aquí los cuernos, cambia la dirección de este animal y luego las dos patas y extienden, mira más qué bien hecho. Estos, damas y señores, son campeones de muchos años. ¿Qué dice? Dígale y también y dele un aplauso para esto. Cambia la dirección y luego inmediatamente luz verde, tiene las dos patas y luego queman el cuerno. They smoke the horn.
Y con un buen tiempo de 6-0, atrapando, y es el tiempo a vencer por ahora. Gentlemen, now we're going to former Rodeo Houston champion, Red Richard, the header.
And Jeremy Bueller, a world champion healer. Ren won this rodeo in 2023. He's a 35-year-old veteran, 6 times to the finals. Jeremy Bueller, in 2016, became the first Canadian to win a world championship in the team roping. So Bueller on the backside, Richard on the front. Horns and heels, these ropes aren't tied to the saddle horn. That's why Luis was talking about smoking the horn. All right, game is on. A little bit of a rough start out of the box, but nice work in the room, 6-6. Andy, I think the start was just a little weird for Ren.
It was. It kind of threw his timing off, but these last 2 heel shots we have seen have been world class. Those steers getting away from both Coulter Todd and Jeremy Bueller, and it doesn't matter, Bobby T, they still rope 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you one other thing. These 2 guys will be joining Bob Tallman in the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame one day. You watch.
Thank you, sir. The next team has earned $5.2 million together. Caleb Driggers and the one and only Junior Nogata. Got it. Oh, he only got a 1. That's not normal. Penalty of 5 seconds. Total time will be a 10 and 8, including the penalty. Totally not normal.
Yeah, that's very rare for Junior to only rope one hind leg. What do you want to do, Andy, with Jake and Douglas?
Young up-and-comers. Jake qualified to his first National Finals Rodeo last year. Douglas Rich has been there twice. Number 8, number 7, respectively, in the world for the Oklahoma Cowboy to the Horns and the UT Martin graduate living in Herrick, Illinois on the heel side. Won about 8,000 together at the National Western in Denver as they try and chase a 6 flat. Jake, the younger brother, the 2-time world champ. These guys, he and his older brother were featured on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno at a very young age.
Yeah, they were. I remember that. And didn't they win like $100,000 on their 18th birthday at a team roping?
I believe so. They've been talented for a very, very long time when it comes to holding a rope in their hands. Want to make sure that steer is standing so that the start can be a good one. Great steer. Douglas reaches out, but as that steer gets away from him to the left, he is not able to rope the inside leg. It'll be a 5-second penalty, 10 and 8 the total time.
Okay, so watch his left hand. It's like he had to double clutch because he wanted to hold that horse back. The minute that gate popped, the horse wanted to go forward, but the cowboy was able to pick his hand up and keep the horse from breaking that barrier, but one hind leg is going to hurt. So they're tied for 3rd and 4th with a 10.8 for Smith and Rich.
Así es que Boyd, amigos, con 6 segundos planos, el tiempo a vencer. Vamos ahora al equipo de Pedro Egurrola, vaquero de Florence, Arizona, con Justin Davis. Pedro, el orgullo de Eleazar y Yolanda Egurrola, aquí buscando buenos tiempos. Llegaron a semifinales en Fort Worth y a la ronda de Wildcard en San Antonio.
Es el macho joven Mira, vas a tirar los cuernos. Cambia la dirección inmediatamente. Recuerde, esto es para separar. ¡Bien hecho! ¡El aplauso, por favor! Muy bien. Damas y caballeros, uno de los mejores del día de hoy. Tenemos que ver las imágenes. Ahí está. Lanza y luego cambia. Espera a su compañero que tiene las dos patas y luego los caballos se van a ver cara a cara, face to face, y ahí termina el tiempo.
We need another muy bien on this brothers team. You just saw the 6-3 go to the lead, or go to number 2. 6 is in the lead, Riley and Brady Minor, the Hall of Fame family from Ellensburg, Washington. Whoa! He got a runner and he got a neck as well, brother. Not able to make the heel catch work. Doggone it.
That's not muy bueno. That's no tiempo.
Yeah, no tiempo.
Yeah, me and Bob know just enough Spanish to get slapped, which is why we're very happy that Enrique and Luis are here.
Listen, there is no Spanglish better than Bob Tallman Spanglish. Bry Kreitz and Tyler Worley, pair of 31-year-olds. Bry qualified to the national finals 2 years ago from Welch, Oklahoma. Maryville, Arkansas, the man with the red beard on the heel side. Now, the steer has to get up. You cannot rope him like that. But I believe we might have an illegal head catch, so they said, you know what? We'll just regroup and try it again in round 2, so in no time.
Yeah, they weren't going to win any money, even if it wasn't an illegal head catch after all that time that he lapped. It takes 2 to tango. The header has to set that steer up for the heater. Dally around the horn. Don't jerk him down. Throw him on the corner. You catch 2 feet in the tail, you get a free hot dog. Coulter Todd of Arizona looking up at that leaderboard, and he sees his name at the top of it. Begay and Todd, $6,000. They'll win round 1 of Super Series 5. Thank you to Corral Handcrafted Boots for bringing us the team ropey.
We've got the chutes loaded. We're going to buck them in the saddle bronc riding. Coming up next.
Anyone who knows rodeo knows there's nothing more important than safety. That goes for our fans too. The Crown Royal Riders want everyone to make it home safely. As you enjoy Rodeo Houston, please make sure to always assign a designated driver. Crown Royal wants you to drink responsibly. Rain on, Houston.
I want you to check out the best seats in the house. They're called the Chute Seats, and they're presented by Chenier. There they are, right behind the buck and chutes.
So jealous of that fan experience. A great place to be to watch this rodeo. Well, I know it's a great place, but we need great people, and that's our arena crew. We have so many of them all over our arena. Talented folks working the gates, chutes, and equipment. Our arena crew sponsored by our friends at Cavender's Boot City.
Y'all are looking good out there. Everybody look at the big screen. You never know when you're going to be on it. Yeah, we busted you on your phone, sir. Oh, look at that.
Oh, sorry. We got to keep it down. The baby's sleeping.
That's right. Must have been. Hey, stick around today, folks. Make sure you catch our spectacular drone show. It happens every Saturday and Sunday of the rodeo at 8 p.m. So when we're done with the concert today, just go outside and hang around till 8 p.m. and you'll get to see this drone show presented by ExxonMobil.
Oh my goodness. I think I'll wake up the babies because it's worth watching. Saddle Bronc Riding sponsored by Energy Transfer. There it is, Damian Brennan, the Aussie, the college standout at WTC. Anything this kid gets on, he's going to win, but Jesse Cruz has had a 20-year career at the top. Cole Elcher, many-time champion. Got a Texan or two in there. Let's go.
You are a great entrepreneur, Bob. You've started many businesses, but you may never open a daycare, okay? You would always be waking up the babies. 2009 champion of the world, 3-time NFR qualifier, Jesse Cruz on the tank from Survey Championship Rodeo. And that horse, that's what they call spur bait, okay? This horse isn't supposed to buck you off. He's just supposed to make it real easy for you to show off your spur ride. That's exactly what Jesse Cruz did. And we start with a high number in the Bronc riding, 80.5, as Cruz sets the bar.
Sí, buena marca, Boyd, para iniciar con el 80.5 sobre Tank y Jesse Cruz. Vamos ahora al siguiente vaquero. Se trata de Cole Elcher, este vaquero de Faith, South Dakota. 35 años de edad, 4 veces ha llegado a National Finals Rodeo, más reciente 20 en el año pasado, terminó número 24 en el mundo. Weekend Departure, su Bronco esta noche, Luis.
El evento clásico del rodeo, damas y caballeros, tenemos la montura en esta oportunidad. También tenemos la rienda. La rienda simplemente tiene que ser ajustada perfectamente, sabiendo, marcando el animal. Y luego inmediatamente las espuelas. Mira nada más qué extensiones tenemos allí. Denle un aplauso ahorita. Eso, mira más con la mano abierta. Damas y caballeros, vamos a ver inmediatamente qué sucedió, por qué va a recibir tantos puntos esta monta. Mira nomás, primeramente se dio en los fierros y luego en nuestro jinete, mira más, tomando el control. Eso se trata, eso es el rodeo de Houston. Amazing.
Y para él vamos a tener aparentemente, Luis, un empate. 80.5, empate, pone el primer lugar aquí arrancando en la especialidad de Saddle Bronc, Boyd.
Well, 2 good scores to start, but I don't know that 80.5 is going to win this round with this slate of Cowboys. You look at Wyatt Casper of Miami, Texas, number 11 in the world. He's creeping up on the $1.5 million mark. Love this horse, Amazon Hills, a national finals bucking horse. Wyatt's been there 5 different times. They were 87 on this horse in Kennewick, Washington. Watch, he sets the feet. Horse kicking out the back. That's what timing looks like, gents.
Remember, fans, half the scores from the horse. 1 to 50 points on the horse. 1 to 50 points on the cowboy. Now, when the horse is kicking out the back end, he's doing a good job. When the cowboy's turning his toes out and setting them at the front end, he's doing a good job. And we now have a trifecta. They're all simpatico with one another. 80.5.
Well, I am sorry to have to break your log jam, gentlemen, but Sterling Crawley is my pick of the day to do just exactly that. Because I watched Zeke Thurston ride this horse for 87 at Fort Worth. Sterling Crawley, 7-time NFR qualifier.
Leon, somebody goose. Should we try to show him something?
Listen, I'm hoping he breaks this log jam, because if he doesn't, we're going to have to bring out quarters, dimes, and nickels to be able to break up this split.
Bring it up?
His mother is going to be cheering him on the Cowboy Channel, I promise. He's a Texas Circuit champion, Sam Houston State grad.
So I think we should go down to Janie. She's got Jesse Cruz. He could tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Jesse Cruz, when you're kind of in a situation back there like Sterling Crawley, how difficult is it to get that horse in the right position? And a lot of pressure here at Rodeo Houston.
It just depends on the horse, how tough it is to get him stand up, but he did pretty good today.
Well, you're one of the best in the world. You know a thing or two about it, but let's get back to it.
Yes, we will. Whoa, that was scary. Oh, that was scary. But he spurred his way back into the saddle.
He made it.
So, Bobby T, talk about the swells of the saddle and how important they are.
Well, how you lift on your rein and how you can set behind him. Watch there, right at the thigh, jerked him loose, trying to get back in that squeeze. I say it's a heck of a recovery.
He looked like he was hurting, though. When he got up, he didn't look like he looked like he might be in a little pain. All right, let's go to Sterling Crawley 73 to Jake Finlay. What did he do a year ago? He won the Pendleton Roundup. He won Pecos, Texas. He won Albuquerque, New Mexico. College national champion for Panhandle State University, but he's from Goondiwindi, Australia. He's got a horse called Blackberry Brandy. Dawson Hay was 87 on this horse in Fort Worth. Oh, it's a bucker. This one is fitting Jake. Nice job. Way to go, Jake. Spikes the landing like a gymnast.
Why is he jumping off those bucking horses as tall and big as he is?
Because he can, that's why. Watch him hold this mark out, the first jump out. And from there, the boxing match is on. The Aussie moves to the top, 84 points for Finlay. And no bonus points for the landing.
He must be married to a beautiful woman with a beautiful daughter if you've got that kind of confidence, right?
Boy, you couldn't have said that any better, but I just got bad news. I don't want to hear this.
Hold on. Make sure that it's correct. Well, right now we say 84 for Jake Finlay until we are usurped by a higher power.
Sí, felicidades al nuevo papá, Jake Finlay, con el 84. Ahora vamos con Leon Fountain, Luis. Vaquero que está buscando 84 y medio mejor, vaquero de Socorro, Nuevo México.
Hola, Nuevo México. Sort of proud, nada más y que parece últimamente. Statler Wright, 87 en Fort Worth. Y también en el Rodeo Houston, Quentin Taylor, 83. Es un caballo, pero tremendo. Esto va a ser de gran interés. Quiere salirse de allí. Lo tiene que encontrar un poquito. Tiene 3 asistentes, 3 hazers. Un asistente que se encarga de atrás, uno de la cabeza y también el medio, jalando esa monta un poquito para la izquierda. Esto preparándolo para que se abra bien fácil todo esto. Vaya, ay. Tomen sus fotos, tomen su cámara y griten. ¡Ayúdenle! ¡Eso, Vero! Extensiones para arriba. También tomando el control. Esa rienda anda volando por todos lados. Las espuelas sensacionales. Es ese tipo, damas y señores, que los jueces vienen. Recuerde, 50 puntos para el caballo, 50 para el jinete. En esta ocasión, ¡ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay, mamá, qué bonito se ve!
Sí, vamos a ver, los jueces le van a dar un 76. Así es que por ahora sigue siendo el 80 y medio que tiene el primer lugar.
So Enrique and Luis and our audience, we have to update you. Jake Finlay was not 84. He violated the markout rule. He did not mark the horse out. So instead of being 84, it's going to be a no score for Jake Finlay, and that's a heartbreaker.
You're looking at a horse called You Are Frisky from the Calgary Stampede. Young mare at 14. Traylon Martin's a cowboy from the Badland country of Faith, South Dakota. I'm not too sure that there have been any more bronc riders come out of the Badlands. Most of them came from Faith. He already got him a check at Fort Worth, San Antonio, Jackson. A year ago, this next week, he won the rodeo at Austin, Texas.
Look at, his leg is quivering. His left leg is quivering because his right leg is mashed up against the gate, and he can't get his leg below the swells. Remember, we saw that with Sterling where his saddle, he busted out of the swells. We don't want that for Traylon. Not on this big Calgary bucking horse. Nice job. He rides like a South Dakota bronc rider. Look at this guy. Spiking landings as well. Still trying to break that log jam of 80 and a half at the top. Let's see if this kid got it done. Nope. He missed the mark out as well. So now 2 no scores on rides that would probably had won the round. All over the mark out.
We've got the remedy right now. 3-time world champion Ryder Wright of Beaver, Utah, who won nearly $230,000 in Las Vegas at the National Finals Rodeo. If he did it again this year, he would eclipse the $3 million mark, but he has never won Rodeo Houston. Firehouse, the horse from the Bailey Springs. They were 85 on this horse in San Antonio, and we are cooking with a 3-time world champ. Ryder does what he's been doing for the last decade, Bobby T.
I'd love to have a video camera on his daddy right now watching at home. Watch this. Sets his feet and holds them. Now look there. Lift on the Bronc crane. Reach to the top. Everything perfect. Textbook ride. And y'all are going to love this. 84 and a half. Ryder right. Does it right on a beautiful Sunday.
Oh, it'll make you smile. It'll make you grimace. Cole Elshier, lift it, reach it, throw those feet, turn those toes out, and lift on that rein. Oh, Sterling Crawley, bad way to land. Sometimes you're disappointed, sometimes you're hurt a little bit, sometimes you just gotta bear down and get ready for tomorrow. Keep smiling, you get another shot, but Ryder right. And Jesse Cruz, 2 world champions at the top. Cole Elshier and Wyatt Casper in hot pursuit as well. Hope you enjoyed the Bronc riding. Thank you to Energy Transfer for presenting it.
Don't touch that dial. Dig in with the steer wrestlers. They're next.
Okay, everybody, it's time to text. It's time for the entertainer trivia. Answer the question on the screen right now. Answer it correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2026 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Take a trip to the Fan Zone. Presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got 2 of them, sections 103 and 124. There's our rodeo royalty, Miss Rodeo America, Miss Rodeo Texas, Shelby Pearson. You can also see our Rodeo Houston Championship saddles at both locations, sections 103 and 124.
All right, everybody look up at the video screens. There's Leon picking out friends to be on the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. You look so good with a mustache. Howdy is dancing in the stars above your head. Oh, it looks great. The Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam will dress you up. I know, I like that. I like the smiley face, the loving eyes emojis. Take a picture of that. Yes, that's you. Oh, yes, and that's you. There you go. Young ladies having a good time.
Wow, what a slide. What a day at the carnival. Couldn't be better weather or a finer carnival in the world. We're talking about steer wrestling, bulldogging, and it is all brought to you by Mattress Firm. You know, folks, we've been looking at this guy's picture for 2 weeks now. Here is your defending champion, Dakota Eldridge from Elko, Nevada. Eldridge, he'll be at the top, but he's got challenges today. Tally, Loomis, Tucker, 2 of the biggest, 1 of the smallest. You're going to see what the luck of the draw is going to do on the cattle.
So let's start with the guy you just watched. The very first guy to go in Super Series 5 is the defending champion of Rodeo Houston. He's won it twice. He won it in 2016. He won it in 2024. Dakota, 33 years old, 2-time NFR champion as well. Slide, glide, go to the nose. And Andy, I'm telling you, Super Series number 5 has been on fire. A 5 flat.
It's a loaded deck. It seems like each and every contest we have has some of the very best, and we've got so many Rodeo Houston champions that understand this format. And when it comes to winning money to move on, it matters here today, fellas.
Sí, por supuesto, Danny. Vamos, Andy, del campeón defensor de Rodeo Houston, Dakota Eldridge. Vamos ahora al gran Jacob Talley, ahora que se entra al cajón. Jacob, gran vaquero, 34 años de edad, campeón en San Antonio 2024 de Ketchai, Louisiana. Luis, número 22 en el mundo el año pasado.
La primera cosa que uno debe ver es que los jinetes 100 libras o más de la diferencia de los otros jinetes que hemos visto. Quiero que vea la atención también además del caballo, las orejas para arriba, los ojos viendo allí y nuestro campeón ajustando a su caballo. Jacob, damas y señores, es un gran campeón como hemos mencionado, pero la velocidad de este caballo también es muy interesante. El caballo también le va a ayudar a acercarse, agarra los cuernos, las botas eran sus frenos, desafortunadamente no pudo terminar la suerte. ¿Qué dice, damas y señores, que le demos un gran aplauso para él, por favor?
Sí, aquí a Jacob, que Luis lamentablemente se va de lejos, pero miren, a toda velocidad desmontarse de un caballo. A veces cuando lo hacen bien parece un poema, pero inmediatamente se puede convertir en algo muy, pero muy peligroso. Afortunadamente no se lleva el cuerno ahí en las costillas. We don't like to see that very often, guys.
We don't either. But how many times have we seen this next man's name at the top of the world standings? Will Loomis, the number 2 man in the world from Byhalia, Mississippi, just needs his name to be there at the end of December, right? We need to get him a gold buckle. Nobody deserves it more than Big Will.
4 out of the last 5 years, he's been within a few $100s, couple of thousand. He is number 2, as Andy said. He finished number 2 last year. Boy, this guy's won $1,300,000. And he is a giant of a man. He needs a giant of a bank account.
He just won the 154th Silver Spurs Rodeo in Kissimmee, Florida. Yeah, we're 93 years old. Kissimmee's 154. That's a big rodeo in Florida for him to win. He squares that horse to the back of the box and nods. Loomis, no! Same thing happened 2 times in a row. The horse gets so close to the steer that the cowboy has to get down on top of the steer rather than beside the steer. So his steer's crowding him. He gets down on top rather than beside. And here's another look at it. He can't slide between the horse and the steer because he's crowded, and the same thing happened to Will Loomis and Jacob Talley. Now, I want to read some numbers off for you for our next Bulldogger. Our first Bulldogger was 6'2", 220. Our second Bulldogger was 6 foot 230. Our third Bulldogger was 6'2", 250. Our fourth one is 5'10" and 180 pounds. But he's a California stunt man. Tucker Allen.
T-O-U-G-H, tough. He showed up in Las Vegas and showed him what the smallest guy out of a pack of 15 could do. It's not how big you are, it's how big you are inside and what your mind says you can do.
Athleticism is a great trait to have no matter what you weigh in the steer wrestling. But this guy makes a great living in the movie business as a stuntman out of Ventura, California.
Won some really big checks in some big arenas last year, too. Won Pecos, Texas. Split the win at Reno to get to his first national finals. Leave It Gray takes him a step to the right. There we go. 5 and 8. 5 and 8 for the number 19 man in the world. We'll put him number 2. Great job riding this horse over to the right to get to that Corieni steer and just being patient enough to wait it out.
All right, Chance Howard at the age of 33 is just 6 foot 6 inches tall, 225. That's lean and mean. Sallisaw, Oklahoma's number 9 man in the PRCA standings tonight. He is an Arkansas high school champion. Lives in the Okie country now. Was a champion last year at Dayton. And Kissimmee. Boy, did he come with that left arm. Now everybody can see that he's going to take the lead at 4.9. But watch the final move. He's far enough out there with that left arm to Nelson him, and he did. Woo.
Atrapada, Bob. Buen trabajo ahí de nuestro amigo que se va al primer lugar, Chance Howard, con ese 4.9. Aquí a Rodeo Houston el año pasado llegó a participar en National Finals Rodeo. Terminó número 13 en el mundo el año pasado y en National Finals Rodeo en Las Vegas número 10 de Eco, Texas. Se trata de Justin Schaefer.
Damas y caballeros, Justin, otro gran campeón. El vaquero debe intentar derribar, brincar de su caballo, que se encuentra corriendo a máxima velocidad y está en busca de atrapar los cuernos primeramente de este novillo. Y luego, cuando todo ya usted piensa, ya terminó, no, tiene que utilizar sus botas para, así como si fueran los frenos. Cuando tiene esto, empieza a torcer los cuernos. Usted lo conoce como cuernos chuecos. Así es. Vamos, inmediatamente Superman va ahí corriendo. Desafortunadamente no pudo terminar la tarea. ¿Qué sucedió de todo esto? La preparación fue de gran importancia, especialmente en el cajón. Sale, trata de brincar, pero mire nomás lo que hizo. Este inteligente animal acaba de poner los frenos. ¡Qué mala suerte! Le damos un aplauso, por favor, a Justin.
We are batting 500 right now. 3 no times and 3 qualified times that are all clean. But now it's a 4-time Canadian champion, Scott Gunther. Consort, Alberta, Canada. Gunther, my apologies to the Gunther family watching in Canada. Won just over 100,000 in Las Vegas. Right at the barrier line as he catches up to this paint steer. Steer kind of crumbled up, so he has to reset. And we'll throw him at 10-7, but we add 10 seconds for breaking the barrier. So it'll be 20-7 for Scott.
Well, let's look at that barrier. This is a beautiful camera shot. That horse reached with that left front leg and hit it and broke it. I don't know if he had his leg down, he might have been better. By the way, Andy, I called his father Kenny Gunther for a long time. He was the first man to ever win the big 50,000 at Calgary years ago. All right, Jesse Brown, Boyd, your size, 6'2", 210.
About 50 pounds ago. I gotta be honest.
Trying to help.
And says he's boss at home, he'll lie about other things. All right, here's the 4th time we've seen this gray horse. And on 2 of the 4 attempts, the Cowboys have missed the inside horn. Here comes Jesse Brown, the quarterback for Washington State University. The Bulldogger from Montana State. The #1 ranked steer wrestler in the world. Come on, Jesse. 5-7. Going to be good enough to get him in top 3 money. Way to go for the former college quarterback.
Boyd, to your point, 2 out of 3 on that horse missed the inside horn. I don't know if he heard you or not, but I know he'd have been watching. Baker City, Oregon, stand up and be proud. With a 5-7, that'll hold him 3rd. Here's the way they look at it, trying to hold up or trying to catch up. That's not easy to do. Once that horse makes a move, very difficult. Ooh, when they shove you over the top of one. Big man hits big hard. Then, when Hollywood gets a hold of one and he gets a hold of one, those guys know how to lay him down. That is a smile that'll make Chance Howard happy. At $3,000, Eldridge, Brown, and Allen. That's going to be good watching tomorrow. I say thank you to Mattress Firm for making the steer wrestling happen.
Fast horses and fast cowgirls in the barrel racing. They're next.
The fun doesn't stop after tonight's concert. Get your adrenaline rush or play some games at the Carnival presented by First Community. taste award-winning wines from around the world at Champion Wine Garden, presented by Frost. If you're 21 and over, enjoy dancing and live music at The Hideout every night from 6 p.m. until midnight. Looking for a casual or fine dining experience? The Ranch Saloon and Steakhouse has got you covered. Enjoy some live music and grab an ice-cold beer at the Miller Lite Ice House. Unwind with a drink as you enjoy a live DJ at the Topo Chico Hard Seltzers Oasis. So stick around, there's plenty to do and something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Well, a little while back, we asked y'all a trivia question about Grupo Frontera. We asked you how many Latin Grammy Awards has Grupo won, and then you had to make your selection for a chance to win season tickets to next year's rodeo. Well, the answer was 3, and if that's what you answered, you've got a chance to win those season tickets. The winner will be announced on March 23rd, so hopefully you got the right answer. And on March 23rd, you'll find out if you're coming here to next year's rodeo for free.
All my friends, like you said.
It's a beautiful day here at Rodeo Houston. We're about to kick off the barrel race, and our very first barrel racer is Stephanie Fryer. I had the chance to ask her about the horse that she's going to run here at Houston.
My horse that I'm riding this year is Fantastic Spitfire. They call her Melania. This will be her second year to run at Houston. I do have high hopes because she did pretty good last year. And of course, when you come back somewhere, you always hope that you can do better the next one.
We are excited to see what Stephanie and her horse can do as we welcome in the ladies in the barrel racing. We'll also say thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors. They are our partner, as they were a year ago when Leslie Smallyago left here with a $50,000 payday. This year, our champion will receive $65,000. We'll see who gets out of Super Series number 5 as we kick it off.
So this is the lady that Jamie spoke to about the horse Melania. So let's see what Stephanie Fryer, she's an NFR qualifier. Her dad was an NFR steer wrestler, and she'll tell you straight out that horses saved her life. Unfortunately, it didn't save that first barrel. So that'll be a 5-second penalty added on to whatever Stephanie clocked. And a little bit of tough luck in round 1 for her. It will be a 1995 with the penalty included.
It was a great vintage.
Sí, lamentable que tumba el primer barril. Vamos ahora a la siguiente vaquera saliendo del túnel. Se trata de Jody Miller de Santo, Texas, Luis.
Así es, damas y caballeros, vamos inmediatamente nomás estamos buscando evitar los barriles. Pero qué movimientos, mira más. Cemental Negro danza y también sus cascos golpeando el suelo con un ritmo rítmico. Termina con 14, 15, 23. Simplemente sensacional. Aquí, mira más cómo se acerca al barril y luego se resbala. Allí Jory siguió continuando, enfocándose y luego recuerden, damas y caballeros, esto fue fabuloso.
Let's turn to a Canadian cowgirl. She's from Quebec, Canada, but now lives in Crum, Texas. Look at no tie down, no back cinch, no breast collar. She uses a minimal amount of equipment to ride her horses. Julie Plardy, the French-Canadian, around number 3. And the 15:08 is going to give her the lead, but it usually takes a 14-second run to get the money.
Well, we know that they can be faster, and we'll see what Kansas has got to offer. Ooh, let her rip. This is Chelsea Moore. Top 25 in the world, way wide on the first one. Check him up, not too close. Woo! Here you go, let the leather ride. Whip and spur, buddy. Woo! That's not bad, 15.55. Boys, I'm in the money.
A little wide, but she'll tighten it up in the second one. See, about a horse length past that second barrel.
As you said it, the times from the Super Series have not been as fast as ones we've seen some of the other Super Series, but it's a whole new set of competitors. That means you're only competing against the women that are in this group here tonight. We still have 4 left to go, but we want to take a look at our first and second right now before we go into the second half of the barrel race to see where the time difference was. This is Julie Plorty and Jody Miller. You can see Jody Miller on the blue roan. She runs to the left. Julie, she ran to the right, but they're in pretty good timing right when they cross the line here. You can go either direction. It's up to you, depending on what your horse likes. Perfect timing going around the second as well, but we're gonna see right into the third barrel where Julie started to gain more speed on Jody's run. They are already around that third barrel, headed home by the time that Jody comes around it, and that is the difference in the leading time right there in the barrel race. It is gonna get faster and faster for these next 4. We have your 4-time world champion, Haley Kinsel, coming up in this set. They love Rodeo Houston, and all the fans are gonna be cheering for them as they get set to go. They're coming up.
Thank you, Jenny. You do so good with that ghost run, and only at Rodeo Houston, right? Can you see something like that? It's just awesome. Speaking of awesome, they don't get more awesome than this lady, Haley Kinsel, Cotulla, Texas. Go ahead.
4-time champ of the world who we watched, seems like ages ago now, win the college finals, but she's still young. The Texas A&M grad. She's about 8 trips to the national finals. Tips over barrel number 1. And that will damage her chances here in round 1. She'll have 2 more shots. We add it all up, 2027. 2027 for Haley Kinsel.
You just don't always think that somebody like that could knock a barrel down, have a horse stumble, expect her to be perfect.
Sí, muy difícil ver ahí de la alumna de Texas A&M. Vamos a pasar ahora, Luis, al túnel. Se trata de Sadie Troyer, esta vaquera de Weatherford, Oklahoma.
Así es, damas y señores, volando este animal. Mira más qué bonito se ve. Al primer barril, allá regresa ahora al segundo. Sus cascos apenas tocando el suelo mientras vuela con un paso poderoso. ¿Qué le vamos a dar? ¡Aplauso! 14.96, 14.96. Magnífico caballo. Mira más. Vamos, Sadie, dándole mucho poder.
Sí, ahí sacándole pintura a ese segundo barril. Estupendo el tiempo y la primera que sale en menos de 15 segundos. JD, bring us home with our defending Rodeo Houston champion.
That's exactly right. Leslie Smalago, her and Gus, they love Rodeo Houston. They are here to defend their title. 1496 is in that number 1 spot, but it is in trouble. Leslie Smalago, she turns that first barrel, and this horse, he can turn in a teacup. He loves these big, wide open patterns. They are laying down a run going into that third. Help him around it, and a beautiful, clean run. Guys, this is going to be fast. Watch out for Leslie Smalago. 1481, brand new leader. Watch how close they were at this second barrel. She just tiptoes right around it, nice and clean, beautiful run, and a new leader. She's back to defend that title, guys.
I always like it when the last run is the fastest run, and we certainly have that opportunity with this cowgirl. Jessica Rhodes here of South Dakota, a 6-time NFR qualifier. She's got that big Palomino horse run in Buffalo, South Dakota. Tight corners, straight lines. Come on, Houston. Uno aplauso, por favor. Louder. Nope. 15-19 for the mom of 5. 15-19 for Jessica.
Came down to the very last run and another talented field of barrel racers. First, you ease up the alleyway. Once you cross the line, the flag drops and the time starts. Then your horse digs in the dirt around all 3 barrels. Get as close as you can without tipping them over. And once you get past barrel number 3, you get your sparkle on as you cross the line. 14.81, that is the time it took for our defending champ, Leslie Smalago. Troyer Pleward, our top 3. Thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors for bringing us the barrel racing.
Let's stay with the cowgirls. This time it's the breakaway roping. The rope is tied to your saddle horn. Once you rope the calf around the neck, it breaks away, and that's when the time stops. Oxy is bringing you the breakaway roping. And our defending champ is Jackie Crawford, a 23-time world champion. She won Super Series number 4, so she's already in a semifinal. Check out the reigning world champ at the top of this board, Kelsey Domer. Haley Williams, a former Houston champ. And we start with the reigning champion of the world.
Well, we watched her do it again in December at the South Point Hotel. 3 times she's been in that NFR competition. She's slowly coming into the world of winning. 19th for the champion, Dublin, Texas. A lot of cool people live up there. Might as well have a cool lady living there too. Team ropers, breakaway ropers, run to them, Kels. Oh, what a way to set the day. Maybe not be the fastest, but a 3.9 now puts everybody on notice.
She throws that rope with authority. I mean, when that's like a fastball coming right at you from Nolan Ryan.
I'll bet you she places with that 3.9. I'm going to say that's going to be a top 3 time at the very least.
I agree.
Sí, de acuerdo, Boyd, de acuerdo, Bob. Un estupendo tiempo para iniciar, 3.9. Vamos ahora a la siguiente vaquera. Se trata de Maddie Dearman, esta vaquera de Hope, Nuevo México. Novato del año en el 2021. El año pasado llegando a National Finals Rodeo en Las Vegas, Luis.
El objetivo es atrapar a este gran novillo, damas y señores, con el tiempo menor. Estás hablando también que está rotando el lazo y luego tiene que disparar inmediatamente con el dedo. A esto lo está haciendo 1, 2, 3, 4 y luego 5, exactamente donde él la quiere. Y ahí termina el tiempo. Buen tiempo.
Let's go next to a former Rodeo Houston champ. She won this rodeo in 2023 and went to her first NFR after that happened. She's now a 2-time NFR qualifier, number 8 in the world, and the daughter of an 8-time world champion team roper. This is Hallie Williams from Comanche, Texas. Number 8 in the world right now. Hallie staring at a 3.3 and a 3.9, which are really good times for the first round of a Super Series. 6 eyes, all looking the same place at the same time. 2 in the calf, 2 in the horse, 2 in the cowgirl, hard running calf. She's able to get it stopped at 3.7. And my prediction that 3.9 would finish in the top 3 is fastly eroding.
You said it with conviction, though, and that's all that matters. You believed it when you said it. From one Williams to another, it's Joey Williams, Volberg, Montana. Montana Circuit Finals champ who has her master's in business administration. That's right. Watch the rancher from the Big Sky Country. Currently number 5 in the world. Ranching family. Look at the ears on this bay horse. That is a stout quarter horse. Waiting for that left hand to drop so he can go do his job. They do it and do it well, but we broke the barrier. We would have been 0.2 of a second off the arena record, but there's another great shot.
Not even close. I mean, she broke it by a stride. She'll get it figured out. She's got an MBA. She knows how to handle business.
12-4.
So does the next lady when it comes to business. 3 times to the WPRA. 5 times she's been the Indian National Finals Rodeo Superstar. Danielle Lohman, Gilbert, Arizona. There's that loop that you like, Andy. I mean, she did make it work before that calf got any farther to the left at a 440.
I got to do her rodeo at the Navajo Nation in Window Rock. There is a big portrait of her and the other Navajo Nation members who have qualified for the NFR. It's just a beautiful place. Daniel with a 4.4, that's solid.
Sí, se mantienen rapidísimos los tiempos aquí en Breakaway esta tarde. 4.4 ahí de Daniel. Vamos ahora con Tiffany Sheik, que sale preparándose en el cajón. La hemos visto en nuestra cobertura de Telemundo Texas el último mes y medio, Luis, buscando el 3-3 para el primer lugar.
Una vez que la cuerda esté alrededor del cuello del ternero, el jinete detiene el caballo y la cuerda se suelta del cuerno de allí, señalando el final de esta carrera. Se está concentrando, sale con velocidad, inmediatamente lanza, lo conecta y tenemos, gentlemen, 3.4 is the score.
Wow.
Boyd, what was that about a 3-9? Gonna be these girls are roping. They're like, here, watch this.
Pump the brake there, Scooter. We got Chuckwagon races coming up yet.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be an argument today, I promise you.
Well, speaking of fast times, here's the lady that holds our arena record. Macy Young of Whitman, Arizona. Past all-around champ in the college national final. She's number 16 in the world. Good start, but the loop does not fall on, so no time for Macy.
So the very first tie-down roper today, as we watch this replay, kind of went on like a head catch, right? That would have been perfect if you were roping horns. Was Haven Midget, a world champion tie-down roper. The very last breakaway roper to go is his bride, Shelby Beaujolais Midget. She, too, is a world champion breakaway roper. At 27 years of age, she's already won $660,000 doing this. And that doesn't even count the 50 grand she won in Green Bay, Wisconsin that one year. Miles City, Montana. Oh, no! So both Haven, who broke the barrier, and Shelby, who threw a miss, had a rough day on opening day of Super Series 5, but don't bank on it to stay that way. The last thing you want is somebody coming back, ready to rip it. Reach, pitch, breakaway. Boy, that one, Andy, you were right. She threw that like a rocket. That's why she's the champ of the world. And a smile says everything. Right, there's Haley Williams. You're not fully clothed until you have your smile on. Maddie Dearman, 3.3. Tiffany Schick, 3.4. Williams, 3.7. Domer, 3.9. All of them under 4 flat. And we say thanks to Oxy for bringing us the breakaway.
Okay, everybody, it's time to ride some bulls.
See those busy men and women working the gates and setting up equipment? We want to say thank you to our friends, because they are our friends. At Cavender's Boot City, they sponsor our hardworking arena crew.
What's up, guys? I'm Dusty Tuckness, professional bullfighter here at Rodeo Houston. Just want to give a big shout out to Houston Methodist Sports Medicine Team for all they do for us here in 3 weeks at Rodeo Houston. They keep us going in and outside of the arena. It's great to have a staff and team on hand that knows your in and outs, your injuries, and what you're dealing with to help get you ready, prepared for the next performance. I love being here at Rodeo Houston, and I want to give a big shout out and say thank you to Houston Methodist.
Okay, folks, this is someplace you definitely got to go. It's got to be on your bucket list. Visit the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. You'll find 2 of them, one at Section 103 and one 124. Take your picture with your favorite rodeo star, get an autograph, and get your own Rodeo Houston belt buckle. That's Cole Elshier right there signing away with Garrett Shanbull. Bareback riders are up there right now. Go meet them. Go see them. You'll be glad you did.
From turkey legs to everything that happens here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, we are eating good inside. It's bull riding time. We want to share our thanks with Rock and Roll Denim. They are the sponsor of the Cowboys Riding Bulls. Go back 12 months ago with Greek Young. Greek won it all on a bull called Preacher. That $50,000 payday helped get him to the national finals. He was joined by Tristan Hutchings Guys like Roscoe Jarbo have been there before as well. Super Series 5, another group of good bull riders.
If you're going to ride bulls, you want these three men there to save your hide. They include the GOAT, the greatest of all time, 15-time NFR bullfighter Dusty Tuckness. Beside him, from the great state of Wyoming, NFR bullfighter Nate Justice. And beside him, the fastest man on cleats, that is Bo Sheets.
But in the barrel, here's a 10-time NFR Barrel Man Entertainer of the Year. This is John Harrison.
Houston, I got a question. Who's ready to ride some bulls? Let's go, Toro Twisted.
Starting it off with Hawk Witt, Thermopolis, Wyoming. The 30-year-old has drawn a bull called Stinky Winky.
Oh, does that sound horrible?
Yeah. This bull's got a 78% buck-off percentage, and he's only been ridden once by a left-handed cowboy. Hawk is left-handed. Bull's 32-7.
Please stand up.
Trying to get him to stand up a little bit. Said that's him. Wyoming man. The slow-moving bull lulls him to sleep.
Boyd, he's got to get rid of that feather.
Yeah, that is that's a peacock feather right there. Oh, you see the bull kick the back of the chutes? The bull actually hit the bucket chute with his hind legs. Bullfighters swarm in.
Pluma en su sombrero. That feather looks very simpático on that head, I would say. Let's go now to Jack Gardner, vaquero canadiense, vaquero de 28 años de edad, Luis, número 17 en el mundo del año pasado. Bareback, el nombre de su toro, vamos.
¡Vámonos! Se califica la intensidad del grado de dificultad de los reparos. Pero más este toro. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Un huracán. Licuadora. ¡Aguas! Inmediatamente los salvavidas, pero más protegiéndolo. ¡Qué emoción! ¿Le gustó a ustedes, paisanos? ¡Griten! Magnífico, simplemente con la mano libre, pero más para arriba, para abajo. This is what the judges love.
Y Luis, te pregunto, creo que estamos buscando, ¿quién quiere trabajar o tomar el trabajo de los salvavidas? ¿Quién levante la mano que quiere bajar ahí a ayudarnos con los toros el día de hoy? ¡Vamos!
Hey guys, ¿cómo dice barf bag en español?
La bolsa del guacala.
Okay.
Is that avocado?
Our favorite interpreters, that's great. Okay, here's one of the guys I said is a guaranteed ride, okay? He's got a bull called Veggie Straw. Wacy Shala rode this bull for 80 points in Super Series 1. The bull's got a 25% buck-off rate, but he is a pain inside the chute. He is no fun inside the bucket chute.
Can I just say, you only name a bull Veggie Straw unless you have kids.
I'm more concerned that he wins $40,000 because his career is at 960. And if he can do it on a Veggie Straw, let it go to the bank. Yo, everybody to the left. He's good, good, good. He owns him. Oh, boy.
Money chops.
Woo! There's my two bulls. I'm happy now. Money chops, Boyd says.
Now I know why they call him Veggie Straw. It's like an easy snack for a bull rider. He never moves from the middle of this little red bull. Top two score, 82 points for Hutchings. Good work, Tristan.
Well, Janie, I don't know if you can hear me, but you need to pick the chucks today because Andy said we'd only ride one bull when we started the bull riding. We've already rode 2 out of the first 3, so he's not picking so well today. You better take over that job.
Enrique, you pick for me in the Chuckwagons. You're hot.
Okay, let's go to Hayes Wait. Won $108,000 in 8 seconds. So at the National Finals Rodeo, they pay out $108,000 in each round. of the 10 rounds. He was the only guy to ride a bull in the 10th round and won $108,000. Hayes wait on Cowboy Dreams. This bull bucked off Scotty Knapp back in Super Series 1. The bull's 13-4, and he's just going to pull on his horns like they're a set of bicycle handles. He's leaning on the gate. It's a left-hand delivery on a right-handed bull rider, so he doesn't want that bull leaning on that gate when they pull it.
I don't like that.
The bull's like, guys, just open the gate. I'll do my job.
You just heard him say, I don't like that the way he's standing. This bull goes to the left like he's supposed to. Ooh, lean over there in the front end. You're going to get popped in the chops. Bull said, just open the gate. Let me have him.
Already claimed 2 victims here, and there's the third. Hayes' weight comes down before the 8, so it's going to be a no score. Let's take a look back and see what happens.
I couldn't ride that bull if his hide was hanging on the fence.
He slides off his rope. Watch his butt get slid back off his rope. Then his feet come back as well. And he won't last long if that happens. Tough luck for Hayes. Here's another one of the guys I thought would get to the whistle. This standout at Western Texas College has made a believer out of me. He won the finals at Tucson with an 88-point ride. That was just a month ago, okay? A little over a month and a half, he was 85 points at Fort Worth. He's 22 years old, okay? That means he's young. And bull riders are like running backs. Usually the younger they are, the better they are.
When you draw a bull that somebody's already ridden, 83 points in Super Series number 3. Oh, that was Clayton Sellers that did that. 80% buck off. That is on the bubble. If you can ride them 20% of the time the way they breed these bulls today, you're doing something. Oh, now here we got a little keep his head up rope on the, good move. Good move, get over, left foot.
Wow.
Yikes!
That bull literally stopped for a second and paused like a carnival ride that gets to the peak and then waits to drop off. Watch this jump right here. The bull's like, okay. Now I'll keep bucking. Stays around to the left. 78.78 for the second cowboy from Gundawindi.
Watch it. You think that was a pause right there, wasn't it?
Folded up like a lawn chair.
¿Cómo se desdobla un vaquero? Aquí aprendimos cómo hacerlo. Ahí Scott termina en el piso. Vamos ahora al siguiente vaquero, Brady Portner, Luis. Este vaquero que vimos llegar a las finales en San Antonio, también llegó a las finales allá en Fort Worth. Montó un 88 sobre Big Twist allá en el Dickies Arena. Brady Portner, vaquero de Caldwell, Idaho.
Aquí estamos viendo que está utilizando el pretal brasileño de un poquito de lado. 5 veces, damas y señores, este toro, Law Dog, no ha recibido una monta oficial. En Rodeo Houston, Clayton Sellers, 0. San Antonio, Chase Dougherty, 0. Malcolm Mera, 0. National Western Stock Show también, estamos hablando de Tyner y Hooper, 0-0. Es un toro de peligro. Saludo muy especial para toda la familia Charra. Toda la familia también que visita de diferentes partes de todo el mundo para estar con nosotros. Bienvenidos, más adelante estaré con ustedes en el piso con los mariachis celebrando Tejano Day. ¡Go Tejano! Y esto es lo que va a pasar aquí con nuestro jinete. Está listo. Mira más, ese es el toro que uno desea si está participando en el Rodeo Houston. Inmediatamente pierde su balance, se abre la puerta y ahora aquí los salvavidas en acción. Expertos, por favor, denles un aplauso por su gran trabajo. Se abre el cajón. Mira más, la mano también tiene que estar separada. Simplemente perdió el balance. Mucho toro. Too much of a bull.
Ooh. Ooh. 7-0 on that bull now. He's yet to be conquered. Let's go to a rematch, Bob, that happened here 2 years ago. Roscoe Jarbo, the number 24 ranked cowboy in the world, got on this bull here. Lasted about 3 seconds. Dim tricks, chance to get even with a guy that's been to the finals 5 times.
Well, he got the money at Clovis, California, Topeka, Kansas, and they aren't in the same state. He'll ride this bull. I'm going to go for it. Into his hand. Yes, get over, Roscoe. Dirty, rotten bull decided to change directions. Buddy, if I'd have bet money, I'd have bet it on him.
You called it, Bobby T. When this bull is going into his hand, to the right, everything looks good. He's super comfortable, but once this bull stops and goes back the other direction, left foot comes loose, so does Roscoe. No score.
So that leads us to 22-year-old J.R. Stratford of Byers, Kansas. I'm a fan of this guy. Last year he won Guymon, Oklahoma, Ogden, Utah, the Colorado State Fair in Pueblo. He was 87.5 this year at Bonanza in Guthrie. Turning back away from the left-hander. Bull's going to the right. On the izquierda a la derecha. Oh, 7.7. 7.7. The rule book says 8. So he rides with the left hand. The bull goes to the right. Love the way he uses his free arm to keep his shoulders square. And then his right foot betrayed him like it was Brutus. It's du brute. That right foot comes back off that rope. And it is over.
Well, Boyd, you picked 3, and that's how many we rode. Let's look back at it. John Harrison rocking the barrel for the safety point. Once you get in the right spot, sweet spot, open up on the outside, everything looks good at this moment. Now watch the feet turn loose, and so does his bottom. Around to the right. Everybody thought they had the right game plan, but all bulls are going to get you sooner or later. There's the look of confidence. That's the look of I did it. There's the look of doggone it. Jake Gardner, proud of you at 83.5 for the 3. Tristan Hutchins, Scott Wells. The Aussie got in there. Now I want to say thank you to Rock and Roll Denim for making the bull riding happen.
Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants Fiesta Mart.
Hey, I want you to get your phones out. I want you to scan the QR code. You could be on the Raising Cane's selfie cam. All right, everybody keep your eye up there. There you go. Oh, my God, she says, yes, what a beautiful couple that is.
Oh, look at those pretty ladies. Absolutely wonderful couple. The Raising Cane's selfie cam. Looking good. Oh, yes. We'll find you. Just stay on it. We'll keep looking. Oh, there's 3. There's a pair to draw to. Oh, yeah. Enjoy your libations. There you go. You're looking good out there, Houston, Texas. Looking really good.
Durante generaciones, el Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo ha recibido atletas profesionales de todo el mundo que vienen a competir y a participar en uno de los eventos más emocionantes y celebrados del año. Pero los vaqueros y las vaqueras admiten que no serían nada por sí solos. Confían completamente de sus compañeros. Y ahora, Oxy tiene el honor de presentar la otra parte de su equipo que estos atletas valoran tanto, la parte de su equipo que aman y protegen con fervor, como si fuera parte de su propia familia. Estas son imágenes históricas de Rodeo Houston de hace más de 3 décadas, de la legendaria Hilda Blue. Fue la subcampeona del caballo de bronco de silla del año 1989 y compitió durante 10 años en las finales de Rodeo Houston. Su bisnieta de 20 años, Blue Bonnet, ha seguido sus pasos. Esta madre de 12 ha saltado en los mejores rodeos de los Estados Unidos, incluidos aquí en Rodeo Houston. Estos atletas animales nacieron para ser caballos de bronco. Son amados y respetados por los vaqueros que se atreven a montarlos.
De corte, pero estos atletas nacieron para desafiar a sus jinetes. Corcoviar es algo natural para estos caballos salvajes y es nuestra responsabilidad y nuestro honor asegurarnos de que sean cuidados con respeto, porque también son parte de la familia del Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo y representan el legado y el futuro del rodeo. Damas y caballeros, le vamos a dar aquí una mano, un aplauso a todos nuestros atletas humanos y animales. Gracias a Oxy por presentar nuestro legado Born to Buck. Puedes ver estos hermosos caballos de cerca en la exhibición Born to Buck, justo detrás de The Junction.
Okay, folks, this is one of the favorite events at Rodeo Houston. Look at all that energy. Look at all those clean shirts. Yeah, the clean shirts and the energy will be going away. Calf Scramble's next.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Stephanie Fryer has been a rodeo competitor since the 5th grade. Her passion and love for horses is what drives her to wake up every day. Stephanie has faced much adversity in her life, but that adversity has made her a better competitor and role model. Stephanie, your fellow peers want to unite you with your support system as often as possible with airfare from United Airlines. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, Stephanie. You are today's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United Airlines.
It's nice to be reunited with all of you on a Go Tejano Sunday. Don't forget the drone show at 8 o'clock tonight. You're going to want to watch that.
Hey, here we go. It's Calf Scramble time, and it's sponsored by Transocean. Now, folks, tonight we want to keep an eye out for the very first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line, because that scrambler will have a chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 23rd. Let's go down to the arena right now with Janie, and I do believe that's Andy, your host.
I believe you're right, Bob. I'm here. So with this calf scramble, the 13th, we have 14 young ladies, 16 young men, all in 4-H and FFA, and they're ready to catch a calf. But we only have 15 calves. Now, Janie has been talking to our calf scramblers. Tell us what you got, Janie.
Andy, this group of kids, they're extremely busy. They're involved in so many different activities: football, basketball, baseball, track. We have an Olympic weightlifter. We have a steer wrestler. I'm exhausted even thinking about it, but they are ready, and they're all involved in 4-H and FFA. They're ready to catch their calf in the calf scramble. Let's get it started with Hadley Cole,
Kyla Rich,
Madeline Herndon,
Haley Howell,
Landon Penny,
Logan Schertz,
Cody Bailey,
Mason Williams,
Marcus Montano,
Josiah Hopkins,
Jeremiah Hopkins,
Kylie Kramer,
Knox Reagan,
Seth Spivey,
Taylon Flanagan,
Grant Cooley,
Kylie Smith,
Rayleigh Hack,
Remington Donald,
Isabella Langford,
Colby Veep,
Caleb Kurlick,
Grace Hernandez,
Colton De La Rosa,
Abigail Lamont,
Tabitha Rifle,
Tanner Cumby,
Jackson McCullum,
Reckless Keene,
and Cooper Popham. Those are your calf scramblers in the 13th edition of our calf scramble here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Each and every time we do this, we welcome two individuals that assist us in making sure everything goes as planned. First, our calf scramble gate opener. From Molson Coors Field Marketing, the associate, please welcome Parker Massinelli. And our calf scramble starter, who will be dropping the hat to signify when it's time to roll. It's our Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Vice President and Officer in charge of Asset Distribution, Facility Services, Recycling, Rodeo Express, and Transportation. Please welcome James Mora. Parker will swing that gate open so that the calves can come up our calf scramble committee lane, as that hat is being held high in the air by James. When James brings it down, the kids know it's time to go catch. And look out, there goes the hat. Here come the kids. Let's catch a calf.
And there they go. And Andy, we see it each and every night. It's very difficult to be simpatico with these calves. It is a battle out there. We've already got one tackled. I think that was maybe number 16. We're in a bit of a dog pile over here in the corner of the arena. Aggressive group of kids. You got to get in there and get a hold of these calves really early on. That was number 13, Knox Reagan. He's a steer wrestler, and it shows. He also did shoot dogging as a young kid. Number 21 right there, Colby Veep. He's from Dairyland, so he's got a lot of experience with cattle. Man, we're off to a good start.
Well, the first step is catching the calf, and we have quite a few that are still giving chase.
Oh!
And that one got loose from number 21, Colby Veep. There's number 16, Grant Cooley of North Zulch FFA.
Yeah, I talked to Grant Cooley. He says he's tried very hard to be here, and he wants to thank his parents and everyone that helped him be here, and now he's got a good hold on a calf. We just got to get that halter on. We got another one we're trying to get the halter on right here. This is where you want to stay cool, calm, and collected.
Right, that halter only goes on one way. And you want to tighten it up before you try to lead the calf inside our chalk box. We got a couple of halters on. It looks like number 13, Knox Reagan. He is doing some pushing and pulling with number 14, Seth Spivey. They are side by side. Who's it gonna be? Now we're making something happen.
There goes Seth Spivey right there. I asked him what his strategy is. He says, run hard, run fast. Well, he had that covered, then he just crossed the line. That's number 10, Josiah Hopkins. He is the younger brother. His older brother, Jeremiah, is in this group as well. And this is not a friendly competition. They are definitely talking trash to one another, trying to get ready for this. They're trying to trip each other out there. But it looks like little brother Josiah, he's got the halter on his calf. He's about to just run right across that line. I'm not sure where Jeremiah is, but he better catch up. Oh, no! Our calf tripped a little bit. We're going to regroup, get that calf back up, and we're almost there. We're right at the line.
Janie, we are in the thick of it. I am here with Seth Spivey, and we have got calves literally going all around us. Seth, how were you able to catch so quickly?
I've had 4 years of practice from rodeos and 4. I just run hard, run fast.
That's exactly what you told Janie. I love that you're consistent. Now, have you ever caught the calf scramble before?
Not here, but I have in Fort Worth past 4 years.
Okay, now that you get to choose a steer or a heifer, what are you going to bring back to the show?
I got some shorthorn heifers I'm looking at.
Okay, our man is looking at the shorthorns, and we have got a group that is trying hard to catch. Give it up for Seth Spivey of Midway FFA and Henrietta.
What a cool young country kid. Right there, number 17, Kylie Smith. She's got her calf caught. She wants to be a veterinarian or an ultrasound technician one day. She shows steers. She's just got to get to the head of this calf. We've got the tail. That's the hard part. Getting over to the front with that halter is not easy.
No, it is not. And this is a very large arena to try and catch a calf in.
You know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine is standing by at any time in case of injuries to any competitors here at Rodeo Houston.
We're thankful they're here, but hopefully we never have to use them. Hold on tight. Oh, no! Still giving chase, Janie.
Landon Penny, he's getting his run. He's getting his exercise in right here. He's got this calf, though. Way to make it count. Number 5, Landon Penny. Oh, I love this, Andy. He told me that what he really loves, he just loves to eat, specifically Mexican food, and he's going to go out to eat Mexican food to celebrate after he catches his calf.
There's Mason Williams of Quitman FFA. And one more step. Come on, Mason. Houston, help him out. There you go, Mason. There's an official catch for Mr. Williams. Now that is number 5, Landon Penny. Janie was just talking about him a minute ago from Weatherford FFA. Looks like he's got that halter on, Janie.
Yeah, he's getting that halter on, just thinking about where he's going to go eat later. No! And the calf slipped out of the halter. And now that calf is up for grabs. See the kids, they're taking off after it now.
Marcus Montellano of Zavala County 4-H down here on the south end.
Marcus had a lot of confidence coming today. He's a freshman, he plays football, he plays baseball, but he said there was no doubt he was going to catch his calf for sure.
Well, he's got the halter on, so now he's just got to finish the job. As number 22, Caleb Kurlick, Samuel Clemens FFA grabs a hold. There is number 9, Marcus Montellano. Just a few more steps for Marcus. Come on, Houston, let's get behind him. He's getting closer.
Just a few more feet. Calf's wanting to be difficult, but we are almost there. It's going to start a year-long journey.
Just a few more steps for Marcus. He's got it. We are starting to collect some more catches. As Janie alluded, once you catch a calf, the 12-month process begins where you learn a little bit more about this project and everything that goes into agriculture. Once you catch a calf, you get a purchase certificate for a steer or a heifer. And they are trying their best to get said certificate. Join a program that dates back to 1942, has awarded over $21 million in certificates and prizes to more than 24,000 students. This program teaches life skills such as the responsibility of caring for a living animal, financial accountability, record keeping, decision making, and communications. They keep in touch with their donors throughout this entire process. They'll also develop self-confidence and practical abilities needed to show their steer or heifer during a fall progress show, and then when they return to present their animal at the 2026 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
That's number 6, Logan Schertz. He's got a great sense of humor, and he plays the trumpet in his school band. And he's got a calf caught. He's walking from the far end of the arena across that line. And he's about got that calf halter broke. Looks really good out there. Number 5, Landon Penny. It's taken him a little bit, but we're about to be successful. just rolling right across that line.
Way to stick with it, Landon. Just a few calves left on the outskirts, as I believe number 4,
Good job, boys.
Haley
Can
Howell,
you get that for your
will
forearm?
get
Can
to
you
the
get that?
front.
You mean to hold it for you? Can you see Bo? Bo, is she all right?
Got to get that halter out. Go over the head of the calf, around the nose, over the ears, and then tighten it up. That is a look of sheer determination. That is Kylie Smith's family, number 17, along with number 4, Haley Howell, their family watching on. See if she could get that halter tightened up. She's got it on. Now the journey begins. They've all been working hard to try and catch a calf, but now they are helping Haley Howell of Falls City FFA. And the catch is official. Thank you to our friends at Transocean for sponsoring our calf scramble. Don't go anywhere. The leaderboard is tight in the Chuckwagon racing, coming up soon.
It's our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, including our Gold Star families who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Today, the Crown Royal Military Salute is proud to honor a United States Air Force senior airman. She joined the Texas Air National Guard in 2021, and in her short term serving our country, she volunteered to fill a short-notice deployment to El Udeid Air Base in Qatar in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. This senior airman was selected as the 2024 Air National Guard Aviation Manager Airman of the Year.
She is currently an Aviation Resource Manager Specialist for the 147th Attack Wing, Ellington Field, here in Houston. This is United States Air Force Senior Airman April Ruiz. Join me in thanking her for her sacrifice to our country. Senior Airman Ruiz, we salute you. And a big thank you to Crown Royal for making this special salute.
It's time now to take you inside the rodeo with Axis Sounds of the Night.
Slide this neck rope up. Get him off my legs. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, attaboy! Woo! Come get some barrel. Ow, that ground hard. Hey! Woo! How many think the rodeo announcer should come down out of his little suite and come down and get on a bull himself?
Okay, that was not a very kind thought by our friend John. It is time now for the Chuckwagon Racing. The first heat is Baylor Medicine, Ford, and STX Beef. We got to use the scoreboard to see who picks first, second, and third. So the scoreboard right now, Boyd, Luis, and Andy and Janie are tied at 9. Bob and Enrique are behind at 6. So Bob, we're going to ask you to pick the wagon for you and Enrique in this first heat.
Enrique said he was hungry. We're going with the STX Beef.
Okay, well, because Andy and Janie swept yesterday, right? You won 2 races yesterday?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so I get to pick now, okay? And I'm taking Baylor Medicine.
Okay, then we'll drive a Ford. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. All right, so here it is, folks. They start by figure-eighting the barrels. They figure-eight the barrels, and then they make 2 laps around the arena. The first horse's nose to cross the line on the west side is the winning wagon. And they're off. Pick out a wagon, y'all, and cheer them on.
Oh, Enrique, we are going to go to the lead right off the bat. XTXB.
Enrique, what do you think, cowboy?
Vamos. Un bistec para todos si STX gana, ¿eh? Un bistec para todos si STX gana.
All right, Andy and Janie, take it away.
Here we go. Out in front is Ford. Cover your nachos. We got 2 more turns. Let's dust it up. Those white horses better catch a gear.
Come on, Ford. Oh, we're so close. Here we go.
Muy bien, Bob.
Did we get it?
STXB.
No.
That one's not
No.
close. We beat him, Enrique.
That's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Look at the brown horses' noses.
Look at the
No,
white
look at
horses'
the white horses' noses.
Your white horses' noses are behind the brown horses'
I don't
noses.
think
I think
so,
that's
boy.
3 in a row. They call that a
Hey,
three-peat.
oh, listen, you know the rules. Only the victors get the banter.
That's
You
why we're
lost.
talking.
The fastest horses win, and I'm pretty sure Ford was the fastest.
Yeah.
A
I
big
didn't
juicy
win,
steaks
so I'm
for
not
everybody,
arguing
right,
for
Bob?
myself.
Big
Need to
juicy
bring in
steaks
some
for everybody.
professionals.
I'm arguing for Bobby T and Enrique.
Look at
Yeah,
here.
there's no question.
Yeah.
I think that's
STX won.
Ford. That
That's
is
definitely Ford. Just go ahead and make us the first
it's
team
the
to have
camera
double digits.
Angle.
It's the camera angle.
Graphics says Ford.
That
Thank
means it's
you,
official.
graphics.
Oh, graphics.
Where did that come from?
That's a thing of beauty.
STX won.
That
There's
is
an
so
entire team of
gorgeous.
professionals taking a look at this
Hey,
footage, making sure
y'all,
that it's exact, and we won.
Y'all, we got another heat, okay? And I'm getting a little too much of this and not enough of this, okay? Second heat, Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. All right, Bob and Enrique, you get to pick first.
Let's go with Chevron, Enrique. We need some powerful power juice.
Even though it's Mustang Cat's turn to win, I'm going to go with Kroger for me and Luis.
Good choice. I like the choice.
All right, well, you got Mustang Cat, Andy and Janie.
Thank you.
Damas y caballeros, vamos con la acción. Chevron, Kroger y Mustang Cat. ¿Dónde están los tejanos? Los vaqueros. Las damas. Damas y caballeros, ahí vienen los caballos. ¡Qué bonito se ve! ¡Que viva Tejano Day!
Come on, Kroger, move to the inside.
Go to the inside, Chevron, and stay to the lead. Enrique and I got cheated on the last one.
Come on, Kroger. Come on, Kroger.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, you two little pipsqueaks down there. We just tied it up. Meanwhile, Enrique and Bob are so far behind, they might be lost in the Grand Canyon.
I haven't even seen your dust.
You don't get to talk because you never win. Both Boyd and Luis get to talk this time because Lord knows Andy and Janie, they did their share of squabbling a moment ago.
Damas y caballeros, Boyd y su servidor Luis Guerrera. ¡Ganamos esto! ¡El aplauso, por favor!
No, Bob, we should have 7 wins.
It's a bad deal, Enrique. It's a bad deal.
By the way, Andy and Janie.
Yes, sir?
I hope you're learning how to win with humility.
Oh, we are, because we actually had to let you win because we don't like it when you whine.
Yeah, it really upsets us. But we're doing pretty good. We're tied. 10 to 10, that's pretty good. We got a lot of days left.
Thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat.
Well, coming up soon, it'll be those Mutton Magnets and Mutton Bustin'.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
The rodeo is just a great fit for me because it's just part of my DNA. We grew up learning the great values of ranching and farming. I think the great thing that the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo does is we celebrate our great, rich history of Western heritage. Very important that everyone understands the importance of agriculture in your everyday lives. The food that they receive on their table and the clothes on their back, and you don't have any of that without agriculture. And it's important that we make that connection with the public so that there's an appreciation of the people and the resources needed to make those things happen. One of the best things is seeing the kids and the students that are out there showing their projects. We need to continue to foster this educational opportunity for kids. They're the next generation of farmers and ranchers and scientists and engineers that are going to help us produce the demands needed in this society. We have people coming here from all over the world that want to understand how we are able to do this each and every year. And our answer is we have 35,000 amazing, hardworking, dedicated volunteers. They are coming to the show to unite together for a common purpose, to serve their community through the mission of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And because of that, we're able to put this show on every year. We've done it for 93 years, and we want to do it for the next 100.
Big thank you to Madam Chairman.
It's time to vote for the hard luck moment. You be the judge as we name tonight's winner. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck.
So we picked a couple of hard luck moments from some previous performances, okay? They're from previous performances, but we need you now more than ever because you're going to decide who had the hardest hard luck moment. We're going to show you 3 different rides. You applaud for any one of them, but don't wait for the last one because sometimes the worst wreck is the first wreck. So get ready to hear us out. All right, let's get started, Bobby T.
All right, I'd like to go with the Canadian Stephen Cullen from Fort St. John, BC, and he's tangled up. What do I mean by that? You watch what this horse does as he leaves. His foot does not come out of the stirrup. Horse cuts him off. Folks, he hits cross-legged right on his hip. It took a chiropractor 6 hours to get him feeling better. Hey, I want to hear you say it for him. Come on.
'92. Now, folks, this is Go Tejano Sunday. We got to be getting up into the hundreds, okay? It's Go Tejano Sunday. You can do better. All right, we're going to show you a guy by the name of Clayton Bigelow. World champion bareback rider, so what? He doesn't look like it now. He looks like Andy Oakley. He's side saddle, upside down. He's going to show the whole world his butt. See that right there? He just hangs and drags and hangs and drags. Mucho aplauso, por favor. '96, that's better. Enrique, what do you got?
Pues miren, ok, 96 está bien, 92 está bien, pero ahora vamos a ganar con Raleigh Johnson montando un toro. Lo vimos ayer en la Super Serie número 4. Mire cómo se estrella en contra del poste. Así es que si en algún momento usted está pensando que ha tenido un mal día, miren aquí la desmontada de Raleigh Johnson. Pero esta toma cómo se estrella en el poste. Aquí, ay, ay, ay. Déjenle saber a Raleigh Johnson que esta es la montada de la noche, con sus aplausos, con su ruido. Vamos, Raleigh Johnson, él tiene que ganar, vamos. '98, nada mal, Boyd, nada mal.
Nicely done, Cowboy. 98.
During our last rodeo performance on Championship Sunday, we'll show you our top roughest rides. And the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Moment.
Well, it's time. We told you the Mutton Busting was coming. Here it is. And gentlemen, the Mutton Bustin' is brought to you by HEB. Let's go down to the Mutton Magnets. Here they are, Janie, and Andrew.
You got both of our names wrong, Bob. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
we are ready to see these smiles for miles in the Mutton Bustin'.
Oh, we are going to see some happy kids. We're going to see some awesome kids. We're ready for the Mutton Bustin'. Andy, I've learned just how tough they are every single night.
Yes, they are. And we start with Thiago Borjas, 6 years old from Houston, Texas. Thiago wants to be Spider-Man. Who doesn't?
Oh, wow, and he looks like Spider-Man sticking to the back of that sheep. Great job, and what a way to kick off the Mutton Bustin'.
All the way to the other end for Thiago. Now, Colton Carey, 6 years old from Houston. Colton loves mutton busting and eating barbecue. Who doesn't?
Favorite rodeo animal is the Bronc, and he knows his cattle. I like that. Good job, cowboy.
George Gaines wants to grow up to be a dermatologist. Likes eating cotton candy. Go, George!
What a smart kid. What a great little cowboy as well. Good ride.
Quick trip up to Humble with Penelope Hinojos. 6-year-old Penelope likes eating funnel cake and wants to be an artist. Okay, Penelope.
She loves the barrel racing, so do I, but look at those pink sparkly boots fly all the way to the end of the pin. We're up, we're happy, good ride, way to go.
Those are gorgeous boots. Gregory Howard of Friendswood.
He wants to be a ninja and watch him ninja around that sheep as they go all the way to the far side. That was a pretty good ride, too. This is going to be a tough one to judge.
Indeed. Beckett Johnson, Houston, Texas. Beckett loves the carnival. Let's take a ride.
Wants to be a professional baseball player. Way to get it done there.
Charlie Machado, 5 years old, loves driving excavators, likes eating corn dogs.
And a nice ride there. Way to kick it off. We're taking a look at that camera, but we're smiling. We're happy to be here in Houston. Good job.
Jack Rhodes loves calf roping and eating ice cream. Also wants to grow up to be an artist and a scientist. Love it, Jack.
Talk about well-rounded. These kids are smart and athletic. Made a good ride, and we're up. We're waving at the crowd.
Francis Ticer, 6 years old from Houston, likes barrel racing, loves the chicks, and wants to be an artist.
And I'm loving all these pink boots. These cowgirls are making amazing rides. Let's hear it for her, Houston.
Adonis Watt of Baytown, Texas, loves bucking broncs and eating fried Oreos.
When Adonis grows up, he wants to be a police officer. How cool is that? And he's got a great handle on this sheep. We're going all the way to the end of the pin. Come off the left side. Way to get it done.
From a police officer, we go to a future firefighter in Alfredo Cruz. Hold on, Alfredo!
Ooh, it got pretty wild out there in the arena there for a second. Good ride. We're waving to the fans. What a great group of kids.
Now it's Harrison Leaks. 6-year-old Harrison wants to be a Power Ranger.
Well, you can see why. He's a superhero right there on that sheep. Good ride. We're happy.
Reese Johnson, a 5-year-old Houstonian, wants to own an animal rescue.
And another pair of beautiful pink boots to go with a great ride in the Mutton Bustin'. Good job.
Benton Stites wants to grow up to be a Jedi. I love it, Benton.
Oh, that was impressive how he hung on the side of that sheep. That is not easy to do. These sheep, they're quick. They're hard to ride.
Final Mutton Busting contestant is Oliver Castillo of Crosby, Texas. Loves the rodeo clowns.
Also wants to be a police officer, and that was a big sheep to hang on to. Good ride.
That's the 13th rendition of our Mutton Bustin'. As you get a good look at all of our Mutton Busters with their medals, that back number that helped create a memory. But you know what? When we do this, there is one individual that we select each and every time. They get a special prize, and they get to have a chat with our own Janie Johnson.
Well, Thiago Borjas is our winner tonight in the Mutton Bustin'. And Thiago, I want to know, who is your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
You looked like Spider-Man on the back of that sheep. That was so impressive. You were the very first kid to go. Were you nervous?
No.
Well, how did you practice that you weren't nervous at all?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're just the winner. All you do is win. Congratulations. We're going to present you this beautiful buckle from HEB and Tanya Hernandez. Congratulations. Let's hear it for our Mutton Buster, Tiago Borjas.
And thank you to HEB for sponsoring our Mutton Busted.